Hi.
Hello,
Hello,
hello, Sissy.
Arnold. How are you?
We are blessed by the grace of God. Hope you're good too.
I'm doing so well, so well. And I'm happy you made time for us to have this session today. I'm very happy. Welcome. Can you hear me? Okay. That's great. That's great. So, guys, today we're going to have a quick session with Arnold, and he is a registered nurse in the UK. But his story is just inspiring because he moved to the UK through the CARER route, despite the fact that he was a registered nurse back home in Ghana. But he was able to migrate to the UK through the CARER route. But he didn't end it there. Now he's been able to move from the CARER status, and now he is on the UKNMC register as a nurse. And this is very inspiring. These are some of the stories that actually inspires me most as an overseas nurse, because it makes you feel happy hearing that, I mean, your fellow colleague in this land is actually progressing. Yes, I know it's sometimes very difficult migrating from your home country with your registered nursing, and sometimes you just want to grab any opportunity that comes. Yes, it's very good. So that is the story of our guest this morning. Don't worry if you are not able to join the live stream. It will be on the channel anytime and you can watch it. So guys, kindly subscribe, like, comment, and share if you happen to find yourself here. I am Ness Abena, and I'm doing this today with my guest. I wouldn't take so much time. So let me just go to him so that he'll introduce himself, tell us what he was doing back home, and if possible, where you were working, if you don't mind. If you don't mind, you can tell us, and then how you found yourself in the UK. Arnold.
Likeness, yeah. It's it's very honoring to be called upon to share my personal experience from where I started from and where by God's grace I am now. Yeah. I would say, as you earlier said, I came through the Kira route, and I always have this adage I use, which is we were told, we came, and then we conquered. Because
Mm.
I definitely knew that coming as a carer route would be very difficult. It wouldn't be on a silver platter. But we decided to beat all the odds and then make it happen. And I would say this comes with a lot of perseverance, a lot of hard work, and a lot in signing your own warrant. Yes, I would say you
Okay.
sign your warrant and then you take the stake and then come.
Okay.
To begin with, yeah, to begin with, my journey in nursing has not been the straightforward one. It's always been the far from the normal, because I
Mm.
say this because I started my nursing career with an auxiliary nursing program, which is the nursing assistant.
Okay.
From Yeah, I started as a nurse assistant. My training began in a private school, which is Health Concern Ghana, between the
Okay.
years of
That's great.
2013 and then graduated in 2015. Yeah. So I would say, because of my zeal and then my passion to progress in this career, even though I was in the certificate and then enter the
Mm-hmm.
mainstream nursing, which by God's grace As soon as I finished my certificate nursing program in 2015,
Okay.
even to make matters very clear, on the day of graduation, I had already registered to rewrite my WASI to better my
Mm-hmm.
grades. So as we were taking pictures with friends and then having a good time, I had classes to catch up with. So I just the certificate phase of
Mm-hmm.
nursing straight back into the classroom to better my WASI grades. Yes, it's it's very difficult because you age, you have to go back to sit with people far younger than you, but you have to humble yourself to learn because you couldn't do it when it was your time by circumstances, which we will leave that for another day. Yes.
Exactly.
So by God's grace, I passed, and then even though I passed, I entered into the private sector to start working. So I worked for a year in a private facility, and then I gained admission into my mainstream nursing school, that is the 37 Nursing and Midwifery Training College, to study the registered general nursing. So with there, I also, even though I was still schooling, I kept working to
Mm-hmm.
support myself and other things. So it was a very lengthy journey.
Okay.
Schooling and working. It really took a lot, and even
Okay.
through to rotation. That was I graduated my mainstream nursing in 2020,
Mm-hmm.
which I acquired my PIN. So I came across this agency which kept
Okay.
carers a year. I followed this agency for almost a
Mm-hmm.
year to know trying to know about their consistency and
Okay.
to find some truth in their advertisement, which I was quite convinced that it was a genuine agency.
Okay.
So that was when I fully decided to patronize their services by bringing me to the UK as a carer. And then, but there were a bit of, even with that, there were a bit of inconsistencies because I think from where I sit now, I think things were not so much explained to me as I expected. But the most important was that they delivered to their word and brought me to the UK to an existing care home.
Okay.
As yes, to an existing care home where I was able to work fully as a carer.
That's
But
great.
surprisingly, when I came, most of my colleagues were put on a slot whereby their OSCEs and their OETs were going to be booked for and then paid for, and then they receive tuition for. But with my package, all those freebies were not part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was left on my own to prepare for the IELTS, and then which was quite the cheaper one, and
Okay.
which was the one.
So let me just ask this: did you try writing the IELTS back home? Did you try?
Yes, yes, that is a huge topic on its own. Way back in Ghana, I started preparing for IELTS in late in December 2021. Yeah, in December
Okay.
2021. Yes, which gave me the opportunity to have so many attempts. To be precise, my first attempt was in April 2022,
Okay.
and then which gave me a very good start score. I had 6.5 in total, and
That's
then I
great.
think six in reading, I think 6.0 also in speaking, and then
Okay.
7.0 in writing, and I think that was it. So
Okay.
I was really poised and really hopeful to get the score one touch, but
Yeah,
it was it
as
wasn't
usual.
so. Yeah.
Okay.
I fell down flat and then had to go and then adjust myself, re-prepare, and
Mm-hmm.
then come back. That was in 2 months' time. I rebooked again and then went back. And this time I had 7.0 and above in all the phases with the exception of reading. Reading kept repeating 6.0.
Oh God. Full time.
Which also gave me a total band score of
Hello, Arnold. Arnold,
and
your
it
network
really
is
shattered me
breaking.
because I felt I had prepared enough,
Okay.
gave it my all, but yet still I had
Wow. For the first time. Okay. Mm-hmm. How was it like?
work was so tedious, it was very difficult, and to make matters worse, the weather was so harsh for me because coming from Ghana with a very conducive
Yeah.
weather, and then you and I was also doing night as well.
Okay.
I did night continuously. So the first day when I came back home, I told myself, no one told me to go and pack. I came to UK with all my IELTS materials. I
Okay.
repacked everything and started to learn vigorously.
So
And
that was after you have attempted the IELTS 4 times in Ghana.
exactly, exactly.
I see. I see.
Yeah, I did IELTS 4 times in Ghana and then came to the UK. So I registered for my first IELTS and wrote that one in April 2023. Yeah,
Okay. That was
yes,
whilst
just
in UK.
yes, and working as a
Okay.
carer.
Okay.
Anytime I come home, I would have to have a sleep for some time and then set my alarm, get up and start practicing.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I would continue, my first IELTS preparation was quite tedious and then intense. But the difference between the UK IELTS and then the one in Ghana is that in
Mhm.
Ghana, you are given the headset
Yeah.
and it makes the listening quite very good.
Yeah.
But in the UK, you are not given any headsets. You are all sitting in the hall and you are all listening
Uh-huh.
to uh, the
The
speaker and
audio.
then the audio.
Hmm.
Yeah, like what we do way back in SHS.
Okay.
So it was quite. That was the first listening IELTS that went into my bone marrow. I did not hear anything. Even the
Oh my God.
even the reading aspect was quite good. That was the first time I also had a reading section of IELTS that was quite favorable for me. I
Okay.
was I had because and I had also practiced a lot of the reading, so I was able to locate the answers quite fast. And
Hmm.
I answered the last question when they said stop work. But when it came to the listening, I was so confused. So with the last, there are some that I didn't hear, but
Hmm.
I kept pondering over those questions
Yeah.
alongside doing the others. So when we finished the whole section, it was as if I remembered the
Okay.
answers that I didn't hear from the beginning. So I just selected those, and even it was even a feeling. I wrote those
Mm-hmm.
words.
Mm-hmm. Whilst waiting for the results. Great. Wow. Whoa. 6.5 for listening,
Exactly.
which means you can still use that to join the UKNMC. Mm-hmm. Arnold, your network is quite breaking. Can you position yourself? Arnold, are you there? Okay, so I have Arnold with me here. Arnold was a registered nurse in Ghana, but migrated to the UK through the CARER route. And now he's been able to join the UK NMC as a registered nurse. So he's here this morning to share his journey and his experience with us. It will definitely be of help to any nurse from his or her home country who finds himself in UK as a carer. People might have migrated through the carer route. Of course, it's also an opportunity. And so whichever opportunity that comes, people mostly grab. It's just like how our friend grabbed his career route opportunity. And now he's been able to join the UK NMC. And that's what he's taking us through his journey. So now, Arnold, we know that you attempted IELTS 4 times back in Ghana. It was unsuccessful. You got opportunity with the carer route and you came into the UK. And in UK, you
Mm.
realized the carer job was difficult for you, so you wanted to progress. So you attempted the IELTS
Yes.
again, which making it a total of 5. It also
Yes.
didn't go well to satisfy
Exactly.
UKNMC. So
Yeah.
how did you finally how did you finally got the satisfied scores for the UKNMC?
Yeah. So I, but the only encouraging part was that at least I knew I have passed the reading.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also got a 6.5 in listening, which means it was possible for me to class.
Exactly. Arnold, your network is quiet. It's quiet, not stable. Is there any way you can reposition yourself? Your network is very breaking. It makes the conversation very unstable. Can you reposition yourself, please? Can you hear me now? Hello, Arnold. Hello. Hello, Arnold. Can you hear me? Hello, are you still there? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Your network is very bad. I don't know if you can reposition yourself or something. It's quite unstable. Can you exit and rejoin? Maybe that will help. Maybe you need to log out and log in again because I can't really hear you. Your network is quite slow. Is it okay now?
Hello.
Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Hello, Arnold. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Arnold, can you hear me? Hello?
Is it better?
Okay, it's better now.
Okay.
All right.
I would continue from my second attempt.
Okay.
Yeah. So with my second attempt, it was just a narrow escape.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I say so? I with the second attempt, I had 6.0 in writing.
6.0. Okay.
Yeah, which had never happened to me before. Because every section I write, I always get 7.0. That was a very difficult writing to have,
Mm-hmm.
but I had 7.0 in in the listening which I needed.
Okay.
And then I also had 6.5 in reading and then a 7.0 in speaking,
So did
which
it go well? Was it able, were you able to use that for UKNMC registration? Were you able to use that result?
yeah, even though the total band score was 6.5, I was able to
Total
club
was
with my previous.
7.5, right?
The total band score for my second attempt in the UK was 6.5.
Okay.
But because I did not get any 6.0 in the other categories,
Okay.
I was able to club with
With the
the first
previous
one.
one.
Yeah,
Okay. So you were able to combine. Okay.
exactly.
All right. That's great. Before you were able to register with the UKNMC.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. Congratulations. So in total, you attempted the IELTS for 7 times before passing.
it was 6.
Six. Okay, six
Yeah,
times before
yeah.
passing. Good job. Well done for not
Thank
getting
you.
discouraged along the line. So
Thank you
let's look
so
at
much.
this. Now, after passing IELTS, still working as a carer in a nursing home, right? You were in a nursing home.
Yeah.
Okay, so how then were you able to, how was the process like? Moving from the carer status to the registered nursing status, how was the process like?
Yeah, with that, after getting my IELTS,
IELTS.
I started
I
looking
started looking
for
for
job.
job. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the
With the
NHS and then with
NHS and
other
then with
care
other
homes.
care homes. Okay.
Yes. So I
So
think
I
a
think
friend
a
just
friend
sent me
just
a
sent
link,
me a link, mm-hmm,
which was an
which was an
NHS
NHS
advertisement,
advertisement. Okay.
which I
Which
just
I just
applied.
applied. Mm-hmm.
It was quite
It was
a
quite
tedious
a
one.
tedious one. I see.
Y- You and I know
You
to
and I
do
know to
an
do an
NHS
NHS
application entails
application
a lot.
entails a lot. It's the same in Ireland.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
lo and
but lo
behold,
and behold,
I got
I got
even with that,
even with that,
I
I
applied before
applied
get
before
scoring my
scoring
second
my
IELTS.
second IELTS. Okay.
So when I
So
reached
when I
out to
reached out
them,
to them,
they got back to
they
me
got
and
back to
told
me
me
and
that
told
my
me that my
results
results
were not
were not
up to the
up to
NMC
the
standard.
NMC
So
standards. So
they will withdraw
they
my
will withdraw my
application. But I
application.
told
But I
them
told them
I have
I've
re-registered, so
re-registered. Have so
I'm
re-registered.
hoping
Okay. I'm
to
hoping to
pass.
pass.
And then
And then
they withdrew my
they withdrew my
application. And then
application. And then
when my
when
results
my
came back,
results came
I
back,
reached
I
out
reached out
to them, and
to
then
them, and then
an
an
interview was
interview was
arranged.
arranged. Okay. So then finally you got a job, a registered nursing job with
Yeah,
NHS.
exactly.
Exactly. Okay, so now let's look at how you were able to do the NMC registration. Did you have to get some documents from Ghana? Like how was it like?
Okay,
Okay,
to begin
to
with,
begin with,
before coming to
before
the
coming to
UK,
the
I had
UK, I had
already
already
started the
started the
process. That
process.
is
That is okay.
going onto the
Going onto the
NMC UK
NMC UK
portal
portal
to
to
register
register
and
and
also
also
do
do
your
your
professional
professional
clearance with
clearance with
Nursing and
National
Midwifery Ghana,
Midwifery Ghana,
liaison with
liaison with
NMC UK.
NMC UK. Okay.
So I had
So I
already
had
done the
already done the
CBT
CBT
and
and
passed
passed. Okay.
with just
With
the
just the
English
English
proficiency and the
proficiency and the
OSCE
OSCE
outstanding.
outstanding. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
that
so
was
the
what
only
made
thing the only thing you needed was the IELTS to complete the UKNMC registration.
yes, please.
Yes, please. Okay, so the next exams to take was the OSCE. How was that too? How did
Today
that
you
also
are
go with you?
really nailing
Really nailing
the nail on the
the nail
head.
on the head.
you
I know, right?
know,
No,
I was not
I was
supposed
not
to
supposed
do
to
the
do the
OSCE on my
OSCE on
own
my own
as per
as
the
per the
NHS
NHS
application.
application. Okay.
But
But
personally, I'd
personally,
wanted
I
to
wanted to
get my
get my
PIN and
PIN
then
and then
had
had
various
various
options.
options. Okay.
So
So
I
I
registered for the
registered for
OSCE
the
and
OSCE
also
and
did a
also did
personal
a personal
preparation.
preparation. On your own?
Yes, on my
Yes,
own.
on my own.
And that was also
That
not
was
a
also
smooth
not a
journey at
smooth journey
all.
at all. It's well.
You know,
You know,
with the
with the
OSCE, you have
OSCE, you have
just three
just three
attempts.
attempts. Okay.
Yeah, and I
And
had
I had
got
got
passed an
passed
interview
an
for the
interview for the
NHS
NHS
and also
and
passed
also
an
passed
interview
an
for
interview
another
for
care
another
home.
care home. Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
with the broader
with the broader
consultation I did
consultation
from
I did
friends
from
and
friends
senior
and senior
colleagues,
colleagues, mhm,
I came to a
I came to a
conclusion to stick
conclusion
to
to
the
stick to the
NMC.
NMC. Okay.
And then
And then
I
I
left the care
left the
home.
care home.
So this is the
So this is
situation
the situation
whereby
whereby
I have
I have
bounced
bounced
my offer
my
with
offer
the care
with the
home,
care home. That brought
and then
you
for
and then to the UK.
and then
And then
y- as from the care
as
home
from
that
the
brought
account
me, it
that
was
brought me,
just a
it was
year
just a year
contract,
contract. Okay.
which was
Which
subject
was
to
subject to
renewal. So
renewal. So
I was just
I was
bound
just
on leaving
bound
the
on
care
leaving
home,
the
but
care
an
home, but
external
an
care home
external care home. Okay.
that for another job opportunity. So now I'm left with I'm left with NHS, and I'm flouting one of their rules by writing the OSCE myself.
Yeah.
And with my first attempt, I had to go back and do the OSCE again. Then
You really
my
have a
HR
tiring journey.
emails me and tells me that, do you know we are going to prepare you for the OSCE? And then now, since you have tried one attempt, don't try again.
Okay.
So that
So
when you
how many
start work,
stations? How many stations did you do and how many did you fail?
with my with my first attempt, I passed just four stations,
You passed one station.
just four out of the 10.
Okay, you passed four and referred six stations out of the
Exactly.
10. Okay.
Yeah. And by the time my upcoming employer emailed me not to attempt again,
Mm-hmm.
I had already booked.
Were you just in a hurry to obtain your UKNMC pin, or something was just pressuring you?
I was not in a hurry, but I wanted to get the PIN. I had double thought because one, because I had referred one, I didn't want to go in and then exhaust my chances with the NHS.
Okay.
Then they would retrieve their COS,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will not be able to go back to any other care home.
Okay. Okay.
So I wanted to know my stand before entering the NHS.
For entering NHS. Okay. I get
Yeah,
you now. So, at what stage did you pass the OSCE? Was it the second attempt or you went for third attempt?
I went for the third attempt,
Oh my gosh.
which was just which was just one station.
One station. Okay.
Yeah. So with my second attempt, I passed four and then failed one.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And finally got it in the third
So
stage.
now my my care home, my NHS employers are on me not to attempt again,
Okay.
which I had already done. So they were now thinking about canceling my COS. And this is when my visa is also about to expire.
Expel.
So what do I do? I'm in a fix. So I can't remember with my last attempt on my way to the exam center, they told me that they are thinking about canceling the offer.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just beside myself. I didn't know what to do. So I just mastered courage and then went into, because I knew it was a do or die affair.
I see.
So I went in and did my bit and came out. In fact,
Okay.
from Leeds to my place was about 3 hours.
Okay.
And psychologically it was like a whole day. I I was just thinking. I didn't know what to do. So usually the referral results come quite early.
Okay.
And this time it came earlier than I expected. And lo and behold, I had passed my OSCE, and then my PIN was underway. But even with that, my employer just calls and tells me that even though I have passed, they are retrieving they are canceling the offer.
On the reasons being.
It's against their policies. It's not part of the offer. I had to. They were supposed to train me for the OSCE.
Okay.
So
How long
I
did
was
you
just relaxed because I knew I had my prenup.
Okay.
And then he came back himself and said they are thinking about it. They want to give me another preceptorship offer, which
Okay.
was also very good for me, and I accepted.
I'm so happy for you with your journey through the nursing profession, through the carer, and finally to the UK nursing council. I am very happy for you. The journey hasn't been easy for you, but I liked the fact that you were so much determined to get your name onto the UK nursing register, and I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. So now you're working
Thank
as a
you so
registered
much.
nurse, right?
Exactly.
So now let's do a little comparison. Working as a carer and now working as a registered general nurse. How do you see the two job roles?
I would say they are quite two similar job descriptions, but the only difference is that as a nurse, you are privy to do certain procedures which a carer is not authorized to do.
Okay.
And as a nurse, you are also responsible for your actions
Exactly.
and inactions. You would have to also make sure things just go well. You go just by your job description,
Okay.
and make sure you don't do things you are not supposed to do, and do things you are supposed to do
Okay.
just to be safe. Yeah.
So Arnold, looking at the journey you have gone through so far, would you advise any nurse back home who has also been battling with passing IELTS and maybe the person happens to get a carer route opportunity, with what you went through and how you were able to get this far, would you actually encourage your fellow colleagues back home that anyone who gets carer option should go through that? Would you recommend this to your fellow nurses? Would you ever do that?
Yeah, I would say a yes and a no. Yes, because if your carer job is a genuine job,
Okay.
because these days people come and their job is just abstract.
Okay.
There are no jobs for them to do, and they are very frustrated.
Frustrated. Okay.
Yes, so if it's a guaranteed career job, it's worth trying. And I know with perseverance and hard work, you would be able to write your IELTS or your OET
Okay.
and then pass your OSCE with determination. Yeah,
So it means that before a nurse would like to go through the career route, at least the nurse should be able to do whatever registration, the council verification that he or she needs to do in Ghana. That needs to be done, right?
yeah.
Or even if you find yourself here and you finally pass IELTS, you can actually go back and do it, or it has to be
What
done
I would
before you go.
advise today's nurses is that before you, at least before you leave the shores of Ghana, you must have had good standing with the Ghana NMC.
Okay.
That is to say, you must have done your clearance and even done your CBT.
Okay.
Yes, and you should also have some experience with the English proficiency, like I did, because if you come and you are totally green to the whole process, it makes it quite difficult, and you
Okay.
don't know where to start from.
I see. Okay.
But if you have previous preparation, You only have to build upon it.
Okay.
And trust me, with the zeal that you would acquire based on the environment and your anxiety mixed with your desire to become a UKRN,
Okay.
you'll be able to make it.
Did you ever enjoy working as a carer in the UK? Knowing that you're a registered nurse, but you couldn't come to the UK as a registered nurse, and now you find yourself doing carer job. Were you happy about that?
Funny enough, I really personally I make the best out of everything I do.
I see.
There's a saying that when life gives you lime, you add an S
Yeah.
and you smile.
Mm-hmm.
I came to the UK knowing I'm a professional nurse. But trust me, if it's going to put money on your table
Yeah.
and you are going to sort certain people who depend on you,
Okay.
you don't just look at the actions of people and be depressed.
Okay.
No, you just do your work as you are supposed to, and you'll be okay.
Okay. All
Because
right.
when I was leaving my employer
Mm-hmm.
as a carer, they kept persuading me to stay.
Okay.
They really wanted me to, they loved my work.
I
They
see.
appreciated me so much, which I will not trade for
They
anything.
wanted you to stay and work with them as a carer.
And even no, as a nurse, because they knew
Okay. Okay.
I had qualified.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Arnold, I'm so much impressed with your journey so far as an international nurse. I am very, very happy about it. It's not anyone at all that could maybe be able to rise through all these challenges. 6 times IELTS, 3 times OSCE, and finally onto the UK Nursing Cancer Register. I'm so happy for you. Bravo for the
Thank you
confidence, for
so
the
very much.
determination. And I'm glad you made time to share this story with other people. So, what
Thank
would
you
you
so
tell
much.
your fellow nurses back home struggling in the journey, red list issues, making job search very difficult, IELTS also making difficult for people to pass and all that? In a nutshell, what would you tell this group of people?
In a nutshell, what I would say is that nothing great comes on a silver platter.
Exactly.
Today, as I sit here, I look back and I miss my struggle days of preparation.
Wow.
So, no matter what you are going through, just know that with your hard work and determination, you will definitely get to your destination. Because I
Okay.
never knew this day will come to even share my experience to encourage others.
That's
But by God's grace and determination, we are here.
okay.
So no matter how difficult or stringent measures are put in place to discourage you,
Okay.
just rise above all these things and then keep pushing.
That's great. So the word is keep pushing. But finally, before we go, now you're working as a nurse in UK. You were a
Yeah.
nurse in Ghana. Anything to say about nursing in Ghana and nursing in UK?
Oh, a big kudos to our senior colleagues who have worked numerous years as nurses in Ghana. Because in the presence of a lot of setbacks and difficulties
Mm-hmm.
in the nation, they are still able to bring out their best
Okay.
and serve the nation in their capacity. Because here, there's nothing like improvise.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is made available for you
Available.
to work efficiently.
Okay.
That is why a lot is expected of us here.
Mm-hmm.
But back home, in the presence of a lot of improvisation, they still do their best. So I really salute their efforts, and I
Okay.
pray it gets better. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much, Arnold. I'm very happy for sharing your journey with us. I know it's going to
It's my
inspire
pleasure.
someone who might have also come to the UK through the carer route and doesn't know how to convert to the register. I know
Yeah.
your journey is very inspiring and it's going to motivate someone that it doesn't matter the number of times people are writing the IELTS. 6 good times before
Yeah.
getting the required band score is just out of determination. And I know
Yeah.
anybody watching will also be inspired. If you have been reading has been bringing your scores down, 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 down. Please let Arnold's story motivate you that you can also get the required band score. So Arnold, we'll end our session here. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for
Before you
giving us
go, a big shout out to Papa Les for
great.
his continuous motivation for we the
Oh,
younger nurses. Yeah.
Papa Ness, God richly bless you, Papa. God bless you, Papa Ness.
Okay.
I'll see you
Thank you
backstage.
so much. Okay.
Okay, all right. Arnold, thank you so much. Catch up with
Thank
you
you
later.
too. Okay.
Guys, you can always make time. The video will be on the channel and you can always make time and watch it. Grab some inspiration from Arnold's journey and you will also get to the point where you want to be as an overseas nurse. My name is Nessa Abena. Kindly subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share with other fellow nurses to get inspired with Arnold's story. It's very inspirational, and I know it's going to
Thank you.
motivate someone who is really battling with this migration process. All is well. All is well.
Well,
See you guys. Bye bye.
bye.